Hello guys and welcome to another episode of the What You Want channel. Today, finally, it's going to be a quick review and comparison of this Spb103J Seiko Sumo, the Hulk Sumo or whatever you like to call it, the one with the green dial and green bezel inlay, to the SBDC033, the Seiko Blumo, which is discontinued and not produced anymore, with the blue dial and the blue bezel. What I'm wearing today I'm wearing the Tudor Black Bay, the ETA version with the burgundy bezel, very nice watch. I will feature this on a review next time. I mean, Seiko in general, what's to say about them? I mean, they're making great diving instruments ranging from like 200 euros over 5,000 euros, and amongst them, I think the Seiko Sumo is one of the best deals out there you can get, and it's an underrated watch in my opinion. The SKX is highly praised, the Turtle is talked about, the Samurai is talked about, especially the Baby Marine Masters, but too many people, I think, forget these models of the Sumo line. They're just great watches. They're in between tool watch and dressier dive watch. It's just a perfect model for everyone who can wear them, and you don't have to have like King Kong wrists to actually wear them. I will show it to you when I try it on. First of all, the Sumo, something about the history. It was born like in 2007 with the first reference, and no, it was a little bit earlier, but this model, the SBDC033 as well as 31, was launched in 2007, and it's a very bulky case with a 20mm bracelet. It's highly controversial, but I think it really fits. I mean, just look at this Rolex Submariner. It's also criticized for its the 40mm model, for its big case compared to the rather narrow bracelet. But here you can see the SBDC 033 on my 7-inch wrist. I can totally wear it. I mean, you have to take into consideration that I'm pretty close to the camera, and if I like pull it away a little, you see on a 7-inch wrist, you can wear this watch. When it comes to the dimensions, because we want to talk about the new one, the SPB103 with this beautiful green bezel inlay and green sunburst effect dial. It has a 44mm diameter, and the case thickness is 13.5mm, which is a little slimmer than this one. It's not the exact same case. This is, I measured 40mm in thickness compared to this 13.5. Probably it's due to the new movement. Here you have the SR15 movement, which is a beautiful movement with up to 50 hours of power reserve, compared to this new 6R35 movement with 70 hours of power reserve. This is a difference, and when we compare it also when we're just like at the case, you can see it's beautifully finished. You can see this brushing and this polishing. And actually, I like this case more than the new one. If you look at it, closely, you can see that this brushed part of the case is thinner than on the SBDC033. It's thinner, and also if you look at the from the side, you can see it. It's a little bit thinner also when it comes to the drilled lug holes. You can see it's a little bit slimmer, this line. I like this one better because you can really see the difference and the craftsmanship. So this polishing is really outstanding for a watch that you can still get for around 400 euros. It's just a steal, in my opinion. The bracelets are just the same. I put the bracelet of this one on that one. The reason for this is that I rebought this one with a new bracelet, so I have a spare one and I didn't want to scratch it up. So the bracelets are totally the same, interchangeable. The drills, lugs, which is also a point. All Sumo's features are just wonderful if you want to switch straps or bracelets, and I think you can really wear it on a strap, even though it accentuates the rather big case. It's a beautiful watch on a strap because you can see here it's polished the inside, so you don't have to be ashamed that you're wearing a watch that is not really suited for it. But if you look at this way more expensive Tudor, the same applies to all Tudors. I had the Black Bay Chrono, which I sold recently. Look at that. That's pretty ugly. And they advertise it with a strap. You can buy this with strap only, not on a bracelet. I bought this with strap only. This is something they have to change. I mean, for this amount of money, you can expect like mirror finishing here. I mean, look at it. You know what I mean? But apart from that, the Tudor is a great watch. But actually, it's about these two. I mean, this is one of the differences, the case finishing, the case thickness, and also if you look at it, I mean, I put it closer to the camera, the size of the markers. The markers here are way bigger and carry more lume. So this is just a lume magnet. This is also very good, but this is just crazy. I will include a lume shot right here. What else is different? If you look at the indices, they're only bigger, but also the chaptering, you can see that it is also different, as well as the bezel numerals, the font. Here, it is way more playful, very 90s, I would say, and here it's way more modern, a little bit cleaner. Also, the second increments are less accentuated, so this is more, has a dressy appeal, definitely. Also, the 12 o'clock position on the bezel has a different kind of triangle. The part here of the triangle is like chopped up, and also the triangle on the 12 o'clock is a little bit different than the predecessor. The other difference is that this one had a signed crown and this not anymore. I don't know why. This looks way more classy, way more expensive. I mean, Seiko, please go back to your signed crowns. The bezel action, it's a 120 clicks. Just listen to the old model. Not too easy to turn, and it centers, which is pretty good for a Seiko. And listen to this one. It has a more refined sound and also feel to it. This feels, let's say, more modern or more appropriate. Yeah, these are actually the main differences between these two watches. Which one I would recommend? I would recommend to get the old one. Why? Because it's more special. It has the entire, let's say, Sumo vibe. It's different with this narrow bracelet and the rather bulky case. It looks a little bit more toolish with this matte dial, which suits the watch a little bit better. It's less expensive, you can still get it. It has the signed crown. It has still a very good movement with 50 hours power reserve, which is just fine. And yeah, I think this is like probably the watch to get also regarding the future. I mean, watches as investments, look at my other videos, is not a very good idea unless you really know what you do and you have a lot of money to like extra, but still I would go into stocks, but that's a different point. But this one probably had a rather short production life, the blue one. So this would probably be, in my opinion, the one to get out of the Sumo line. And there are also a lot of special editions, a Ninja Sumo, a blackout version, a Paddy Sumo. For the American market, some watches with the kind of tapestry on the dial, so look out for them. You can find them on Chrono24 and other websites. But overall, I really want to make a point for this Seiko Sumo. I think if you're looking for a Seiko dive watch that should be under 1,000 euros, the Sumo is the watch you have to go. I mean, I put it on the wrist. You can see it on my 7-inch wrist on the strap. You can see it. You can totally wear it with a 7-inch wrist with its circumference of almost 18 centimeters. So here you have it. It's just beautiful to wear, and I think very much underrated. So thanks again for watching my video. If you like the content, please subscribe. That would really help out my channel. I really only make videos with watches I've bought on my own, because they're not biased. You really get my impression, which is important to me. And thank you very much for your comments. Please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, leave some comments below, and see you on the next one.